Hello everyone, I'm Carly, or you could also call me Julie Chen Moonves.
And I'm Sam, and CBS, you can consider this my official audition tape.
And welcome to Big Brother, Read Receipts with Carly and Sam, our brand new book-based podcast covering all the latest hits and some stories off the beaten path.
With a few fun and exclusive episodes mixed in between.
If you have listened to any of our previous episodes, you might know that I really love reality TV. So I thought, why not mix my love of reality TV with our book podcast by plopping some of our favorite, most talked about characters from the podcast into a Big Brother simulator. That's right, it's Book Brother, baby!
Okay, but first, before we start, we want to remind everyone that because all of our contestants are coming from some of your favorite book-based podcast episodes of ours, then that means that there are going to be spoilers ahead. We're going to be talking about the characters specifically, and there are going to be some house events that we've talked about on the pod and that have happened in the books that these characters are from. So again, spoilers ahead. You've been warned.
So I'm sure that a lot of you, because it's not as though Big Brother is exactly the most popular of TV shows, you might be wondering, what does any of this mean? Well, to start out, what we're talking about is this website called BrantSteele. It actually has a few different simulator games for different reality TV shows, including Survivor, Big Brother. There's actually a Hunger Games one as well. But yes, this is all using the BrantSteele website. I got this idea from the podcast called Rob Has a Podcast, which covers a variety of reality TV shows. Highly recommend. My favorite podcast network. So all of our book characters we have put into this simulator. We've kind of also added relationships where it might make sense for them. For instance, if people are from the same book series, they might have a bit of a bias towards those other contestants. Mm-hmm. And we're going to run the simulator and see what happens and see who comes out on top.
I do feel like it'll probably make a little bit more sense once we get to see it in action with all of our favorite book characters. I'm not a Big Brother watcher at all, so I'm also just here along for the ride.
This is actually just me trying to recruit you.
But I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see how this all unfolds and kind of like put into practice all of these things about like who's head of household, what are the house events, like everything that's happening. So I'm pretty excited about it. I do love reality TV, even though I'm not a big Big Brother watcher. I do like drama. I do like reality TV. Mm-hmm. I do like, fights, cattiness. I like to see a winner come out on top. So I think I'm very excited. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, not to mention, you mentioned those house events, and I didn't quite bring that up in my explanation. Something that's kind of specific to this BrantSteele is that, in the real game of Big Brother, there's a lot of stuff that happens in a week beyond those competitions. And so the BrantSteele, to sort of represent that part of it, does house events. And that is something else. Not only are these contestants that we have in the game, from the book world, but we also wrote in some house events that are kind of specific to books as well. Mm-hmm. There are some things that are maybe a little more generic, like these two people bond, but there are also other things that are definitely references to some books that you might have read before.
You'll definitely have to keep an eye out for them.
Yes.
I'm excited to get into our cast list for this season of Book Brother. Let's see who we have on here. So we've gone through pretty much all of the books that we've talked about, and a couple others, I think, as well.
We have some cameos from our off-the-shelf episodes.
So coming in first, we have from When the Moon Hatched, The Other.
Yes. No one harm a creature because that will set them off.
Mm-hmm. Do we have a visual for The Other?
We do. So this is The Other right here. A little dragon and a woman, that's The Other.
Love it.
Take that for what you will of who you want to look at, if you want to look at the dragon or Ray.
But that is our representation of The Other.
Yes.
Speaking of, we also have Rave on this season.
Yes, it's a twin twist, baby. And she is right here. I also have in parentheses Elowen, depending on how you see her. It's a really great photo. It's a shame that it's a little small, but I mean, the other in itself is chaotic, and so is Rave.
I think a lot of the catty conversations are going to be coming from Rave.
Yes, but she's pretty smart and quick-witted, so I could also see her being a comp threat, being a strategic threat. I think there's a lot of hope for her.
Sure.
In this game. I think her biggest problem could be her social game.
That is fair.
Pretty closed off.
We also have Sweet Baby Cigarette.
Sweet Baby Cigarette!
He is making a return from our second podcast episode, an off-the-shelf episode where we talk about all of our Hear Me Outs.
Yes.
Sweet Baby Cigarette from The Fault in Our Stars.
Yes.
Here he is.
He is in Augustus's mouth.
Right there.
Right there. I said, we're not going to just get any
Gorgeous.
cigarette. We are getting Sweet Baby.
The cigarette.
Yeah. Cigarette, don't know what to expect. We'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
Could be very compelling, you know? Mm-hmm. The youth tend to fall for that nicotine.
The youths, yes.
And
yes,
the olds,
they do.
anyone.
Anyone really. I mean,
yeah, it's an addictive substance.
You know how the cigarette from The Fault in Our Stars can be. He's very alluring.
Yes, he is. So, we'll see what happens there.
We also have our favorite shadow daddy, Zayden.
Yes, our classic hot guy is here to represent.
Look at him, shirtless and all.
Yeah. Boy, did I search a long time for pictures of Zayden.
The perfect picture of Zayden.
Yeah. Again, I think he's going to face a bit of a problem the same way that Rave does. I'm curious to see if he plays well with others. But
he brings a lot of strength to the game too, and also brains. He's very intelligent.
Yes.
So maybe he'll team up with his good buddy Riddick, who is also on this season of Book Brother.
Now that is the social threat of the season.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna love Riddick. I can't imagine him not making a deep run. We'll see. The game always is hard to tell what's gonna happen, but I have high hopes for Riddick. I think he's kind of the perfect package.
I think I'm gonna call it now. I think he's gonna get America's Sweetheart.
I agree.
We also have, from the same series, our Sweet Baby Broccoli.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anyone's gonna give Riddick a run for his money, it might be Broccoli.
It is Broccoli, yeah.
Yeah. Again, what does Broccoli bring to the table? We'll find out.
We'll find out, but I think Broccoli brings the same kind of charm that Cigarette does.
Yeah, especially being an orange cat. Orange cats are very friendly.
From our fourth episode, another off-the-shelf episode where Carly and I each covered a separate book, we have Eloise from The Hot Dog Girl.
Yes.
There she is in all her hot dog glory.
Yes, I would assume in the house she is wearing the hot dog outfit.
Oh, that's how I envisioned it.
Yeah, which is funny because that's oftentimes a sort of punishment in the Big Brother house is that you have to wear a costume. So she's just like the entire game in a punishment outfit, basically.
She's just going for it.
She said, this is my job.
She's like, yes.
This is who I am. So good luck getting a different costume on her, Big Brother.
We also have Nan, who you may or may not remember from Everyone is Watching.
Because no one quite knows who Nan is.
No one quite knows who she is. No one quite knows what she'll do.
And also, again, there's not really, it's a random book. No one has fan art for it. So I just looked up Lady in Disguise wearing glasses and hat and
that's basically all we do know about her, even if you have read the book. We also have our favorite little rascal.
Yes.
Hamish Abernathy.
Hamish Abernathy. And I went ahead, since he's been cast, I put the picture of our current Hamish for Sunrise on the Reaping the movie. And again, he won the Hunger Games. There are definitely some parallels between the Hunger Games and Big Brother. Much different stakes, but I am hopeful that he will do well, considering he won.
I'm also very curious to see how his alliance with our girl Maisie Donner comes into play here in Book Brother.
Yeah, I mean, if there is someone who is made for this game, I think it's Maisie. I think she is savage. I think she is going to be cutthroat. I think that she is capable of working well with people as well. So I'm excited for her.
Me too. Our last two contestants are two contestants from our 1-star reviews episode, another off-the-shelf episode. Talk about drama. We have Tamlin. from the Akatar series.
Yes, there always has to be a villain, baby.
Always.
Yeah, I think this is easily going to be who the fans hope is the first boot. Mm-hmm. We'll see, though. Gotta be honest, in a game like Big Brother, Tamlins tend to do pretty well. Mm-hmm. So
we also have Big Brother himself.
Big Brother!
As a contestant.
Yes.
In our Book Brother series.
Yes. 1984's Big Brother. Who is he? We don't exactly know. But
I'm excited for what he's going to bring as well, because Big Brother in 1984 was also kind of seen as villain-esque. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what he brings to the table.
Are we ready to proceed with the simulation?
I'm so excited. Here we go.
So, this is week 1. We're starting off the game. It's telling us what the alliances are. We have an alliance between Broccoli and Rave. We have another alliance with Big Brother, Eloise, Hot Dog Girl, Maisie Donner, and Tamlin.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. I don't love this for Maisie. I wish that she was with different people, but it's good for her game. I'm sure this is going to only help her out.
Here's the thing. I think Maisie is doing this to strategically place herself in an alliance that she thinks will get her further into the game, because we've got this alliance with Hot Dog Girl. I'm not super sure what she's doing in the alliance.
I am genuinely surprised she's in an alliance.
But Big Brother and Tamlin, to align yourself with the two of them, dangerous, but also a big strategy move there.
Yes, it might be a bit of a shield situation. She might be
Yes.
using them as targets ahead of her.
Yes.
Which, honestly, yeah.
She's a smart girl.
She is. I trust her. You do you, girl.
Agreed.
If you couldn't tell, that's who I'm rooting for. And then we also have an alliance between Big Brother and Haymitch.
Okay, so a
So-
separate alliance.
Yes, more of this Hunger Games 1984 alliance making.
It is week 1, so we'll see.
Yes, things change often in week 1. It's really either this is it and this is how it's going to go for the rest of the game, or it meant nothing.
Okay.
So, all right. So we have our first HOH competition. It shows here all the people as they left the competition. We're going to just skip straight to the bottom. So the competition comes down to Nan, Haymitch, and Hot Dog Girl.
Oh,
Third place, we have Hot Dog Girl.
okay, that tracks with our final 3.
Yes.
I could see Hot Dog Girl kind of choking under the pressure a little bit.
Yes. So it's down to Nan or Haymitch.
Here we go.
Our winner is Haymitch! Haymitch is the first HOH, baby!
I figured it would be Haymitch when it came down to the 2, and maybe it's honestly because I don't really know that much about Nan, because who does?
No one does.
But Haymitch is a winner. We know that from his games.
Yes. I'm so curious to see what he's going to do with this power. He is an alliance, so we can at least expect that Big Brother's not going to touch the block.
Right.
So let's see who the nominees are. He is nominated Broccoli and Maisie.
I'm honestly shocked.
There's 11 other people he could have chosen from.
Do we think that this is like because Maisie and Haymitch didn't have as strong of a relationship in the beginning of the games, that maybe this is like the beginning of the game situation?
That is a good point. Like, where are these characters when we drag them into this game? Is it after? Well, I guess it has to be before Maisley's life.
Well, yes, right, of course.
But that is a good point. Yeah, he doesn't quite like her. All right, let's see. So we have the power of veto. We're going to see who gets drawn to play along with Haymitch, Broccoli, and Maisie. We have Zayden, Rave.
Oh,
Broccoli specifically got house guest choice and chose Rave. So good.
okay,
Good on
I
them.
see that. Yeah, I see that.
And Riddick. All fourth wing Empyrean represented here in this one.
How does this work here with participating in this power of veto? So each one of them, Haymitch and his choices for elimination, each choose somebody to be in power of veto?
Yes, they will each draw a name kind of from a box.
Gotcha.
But there's also always a house guest choice chip in there.
Okay.
So there is the chance to choose someone, but usually it's all random.
Got it.
Rave, Riddick, and Zayden all out first. So it's down to our HOH nominees.
So, yeah, okay.
Okay,
well,
so third place, we have Broccoli.
Broccoli.
So it's going to be a Hunger Games winner, no matter what. So the winner is Haymitch. Okay. That is upsetting. It seems, I would assume that Hamish is not going to use the power of veto and that the nominees are going to stay the same.
Of course. So that means Broccoli and Maisley are still our nominees. Do both of them leave, or does only one of them?
Only one of them will. But let's, in case there is a backdoor plan that we don't know about, Big Brother lingo, backdoor means you nominate two people that are both pawns, you play the POV, and then purposefully take one of them off to put your true target on. So that way, like if you got a comp beast and you don't want them to play in the POV, try to nominate them later.
I see what you mean.
So that could be the case. I'm not hopeful. It's not really a week one type thing to happen.
But let's see.
Let's see what happens. He does not use the power of veto.
Well, here we are. Okay, that's okay.
I am devastated.
I am devastated.
This is
as well. These are two very good characters.
Yeah.
That I did not want to see leave the house.
We have our house events for what happens during the week. Broccoli is in denial about having magical powers.
I can't believe these magical powers didn't help her win any of these games.
Yeah,
Broccoli.
What were the powers?
It's because you were in denial.
Maybe, Broccoli, if you admitted to having magical powers, you could have won. I don't know. Maybe consider that. And Zayden and Eloise, aka Hot Dog Girl, bond extremely well.
Now, what does that mean, bond extremely well?
It's a good question. I fear, though, that this could be leading towards a showmance, to be honest. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Very honestly for this showmance. I want to see how this plays out.
Zayden coming up to, hey, I want to see what's under that hot dog.
Eloise, Hot Dog Girl, why don't you sit on that chair over there for me? My chair, my house, my woman.
My hot dog.
My hot dog.
We get down to the vote. We're not going to look at individual votes until later in the game. We're just going to look at what the results
final vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
who do you think it's going to be?
I kind of think it's going to be Maisley. I would rather. I think at this point I would rather it be Broccoli. But, I mean, to be honest, neither situation is good.
I'm worried it's going to be Maisley, but I think it's going to be Broccoli because if I were Hamish, well, honestly, no. If I were me, I think the best move is to get Broccoli out of there because you know what Rave's going to do? She's going to cause some chaos.
Yeah.
You know? And we need that for ratings.
We do. It would be great. So, by a vote of 5-4... Maisley, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. In the simulation, my practice simulation that I ran, she won.
Wow.
I might have accidentally screwed her by practicing this out. I'm so sorry.
R.I.P. Maisley. She would have been so good in the game, too.
God, I can't believe this is...
That's heartbreaking.
It really is.
R.I.P.
So... Here's just a status of the house. This is everyone. So let's see how week 2 goes. Okay, so we still have our 3 alliances.
Same alliances.
Same alliances, but the second alliance here no longer has Maisley in it because she's gone. Although, house event, Tamlin leaves alliance 2. So now it's just Big Brother and Eloise, aka Hot Dog Girl, together.
Interesting.
All right, so we have another HOH competition. We're down to our competition goes down to Cigarette, Eloise, and Broccoli.
Broccoli, back in it.
You know, it is always, I think, the most fun when someone who is just on the block goes and wins the next HOH. So let's hope Broccoli.
Yeah.
That could really be interesting.
Broccoli is really making a name for herself in this show.
Yeah, so 3rd place goes to Hot Dog Girl.
All right.
I think that's the 2nd time in a row now she's gotten 3rd place.
Here we go.
Winner is Broccoli! Yes,
our girl!
All right, let's
get Hamish on that block, Broccoli.
Oh, she better. Come on, Broccoli.
Here we
know
go.
What to do. Yep. Hamish and the other.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It is also interesting that Broccoli would put the other on the block. Perhaps Rave didn't tell her about her history.
I don't think she must have.
You know?
It is a twin twist. They might be keeping it secret.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, we get down to the veto selection. Let's see who else is going to be playing other than Broccoli, Hamish, and the other. We have the Cigarette.
Love.
Tamlin.
Okay.
And Eloise Hot Dog Girl.
Interesting.
Let's see how this goes. All right. Interesting. It comes down to the other Tamlin and Eloise.
Okay.
Third place, Eloise.
Eloise.
Always the bridesmaid.
She's just not a finisher right now.
She is not. This is early stages of her book. The winner is the other. Okay, so someone is coming off the block.
Okay.
This is exciting. The other has used the power veto on herself.
All right.
Let's see who Broccoli's going to replace her with. Big Brother. That is crazy because Big Brother and Haymitch are in an alliance together.
Are they?
Yes, they
You're
have a final
right.
two. The other one was Big Brother and Eloise.
You're right. Yes, because Big Brother is in 2 alliances. Yes, I forgot about that.
I don't know if Broccoli knows this, but man, to get out Big Brother would be a big deal.
Yeah, that would be a big deal because Big Brother has been,
He's been playing.
he's been playing the field.
Yes, he has.
So,
let's see what the house events are for this week. Ooh, we got a few. Broccoli really wants to kill Zayden.
oh,
The rest of the house talks them out of it.
interesting. I didn't know Broccoli and Zayden had this beef.
Yeah, maybe Broccoli doesn't like what's happening with Eloise, maybe?
Oh, interesting.
I guess.
Okay.
The other attempted to dig a hole out of the Big Brother house. They didn't get anywhere.
Oh,
The other, come on.
well,
Broccoli locks the other in the wine cellar for 3 days.
excuse me?
Broccoli!
Broccoli was not happy about the other trying to leave.
Broccoli has HOH-itis. They just think
Yes.
they run this house.
Oh, yeah.
You need to calm down. Rave traded secrets for a new cloak.
All right.
All right, good for you, Rave.
Okay.
I'm assuming that, nothing bad happened as a result of that. You got a
Yeah.
new cloak for some secrets?
Good for you.
That's fine. Let's see what happens with this eviction. Let's proceed to the vote. By a vote of 6-2.
Oh, so large margin. This person,
Yeah.
these people want this person out.
If I had to guess, I would say Big Brother is the one getting evicted here, and his 2 votes to keep him are Eloise.
His alliance.
And wait, isn't Hamish the other person he's in alliance with?
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. Well, it might still be something like that. I'm still guessing Big Brother goes.
My guess was going to be Haymitch because of last week.
That would make sense too.
But it's not like a lot of people were super attached to Maisley, so
yeah, it's hard to say.
it's hard to say.
What are these people thinking?
Here we go.
Hamish,
Haymitch.
you've been evicted. Dang.
Can you believe that both of our Hunger Games characters are on the outs?
That is, I think that was the most obvious who's going to do well in this game.
Right.
They have the most, relatable experience to this.
For sure.
Pretty surprising. I
Yeah.
didn't see that coming. All right, let's see what's going to happen this week. Oh,
Week 3.
Alliance update. No further changes.
No changes. Yeah.
Just same 2 alliances. HOH competition comes down to the Cigarette, Nan, and Tamlin.
Oh, I think this is the first time Tamlin has been
Yeah, I think this is his closest win.
close to, getting HOH.
Let's see who gets 3rd place.
Nan.
That doesn't surprise me. All right, let's see who
Cigarette,
wins.
cigarette.
Tamlin.
Tamlin.
Man, this is interesting since he left an alliance too.
Yeah.
He's all on his own.
I mean,
don't-
he's also being very Tamlin, left an alliance, kind of going it alone.
Yes.
Forcing his way, I'm assuming, to win HOH.
If this was going to continue in Tamlin fashion, I would expect that Big Brother and Hot Dog Girl end up on the block. He's going to put up his former allies. Yeah, he's going to turn on them fully. Let's see. Oh, he puts up Rave and Cigarette?
Interesting.
What's that about?
Those are some really interesting choices considering that he hasn't really had interactions with either of them.
Yeah. Okay, let's see who gets picked for the veto next to these guys. We got The Other.
Okay.
Good for Rave. Zayden. And Hot Dog Girl.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Some really interesting picks there, too.
Yeah. It comes down to Tamlin, Cigarette, and Hot Dog Girl.
Okay.
Our 3rd place finisher, Cigarette. Okay. Unfortunate. The winner's Tamlin. I don't like this. To be honest, this is where it feels like typical Big Brother, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Surely nothing's really going to happen because...
Yeah, I would expect that he's not going to use it. He does not use it.
Yeah.
So...
No surprises there, really.
Yeah, either Rave or the Cigarette's going to go home.
Well, before we get there, what are our house events?
The pressure of the game gets to Xaden, leading him to a public emotional breakdown.
Xaden,
no! What happened?
Xaden.
It's okay, baby.
Go find some comfort in Hot Dog Girl.
Yeah, go nestle in her buns.
Nestle in her buns, Xaden.
He loves those buns.
Her warm, toasty buns.
Yes. Tamlin just doesn't see how much Nan likes them. Nan!
Nobody can see anything with those sunglasses you're wearing, girl.
Yeah. Nan tells Xaden to leave their husband. Oh! Nan's like, Violet, fuck her.
Hot Dog Girl is right here.
Also that too. Yeah, honestly, it's like, if you're gonna get with Hot Dog Girl, you better leave Violet.
Yeah, get with Hot Dog Girl.
Yeah. Big Brother gets a Capitol-style makeover from Riddick.
All right. Honestly, the fact that Riddick hasn't popped up a little bit more, I really thought he would be more of an active player. I almost forgot he was playing.
Yeah, honestly, same. I hope, though, that's a good thing, that he's just keeping a low profile, but he's still out here working, I hope.
Yeah.
Let's see who's going to get voted out.
Do we have a guess?
If I had to guess, I would think Rave, but that's assuming that people see Rave's connection to broccoli.
That's fair.
If they don't, then I don't know.
Yeah, that makes the most sense because Cigarette is kind of a random choice to be put out there.
Yeah, Cigarette feels like a pawn.
Yeah.
To me.
Agreed. I also think it's Rave.
Okay.
By a vote of 6-1.
Cigarette! This BrantSteele is literally like, who are your favorites? Let me evict them.
That's crazy. 6-1?
Dang.
That is wild.
Damn. This game is not going how I wanted it to.
Okay. Or how I expected it to, honestly.
Yeah. But sweet baby Cigarette.
Sweet baby Cigarette.
I can't remember how many people would end up on the jury, but I don't think they even made it a jury. That's really a shame. Okay. Ooh, a new alliance is forming.
Oh.
Between Hot Dog Girl, the other, and Xaden.
Of course. Is this
a throuple? I think it might be. Because I assumed that there was romance between Hot Dog Girl and Xaden.
I also assumed.
So why would we have the other here unless there's feelings? I don't know.
All right.
We got a situation.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, our next HOH competition comes down to Riddick, Rave, and the other.
Okay.
I'm really hopeful for Riddick here, that maybe he can get some power.
Yeah.
Third place. Never mind. Riddick's in third. Okay.
All right. Oh, that's okay. That's
fine.
okay.
That's fine. All right. So it comes down to Rave or the other. I think either of these would be really interesting. It's the other. Okay. This is fun. Now that the other has an alliance.
I was gonna say, yeah. Now that there's an alliance,
let's see who the other's gonna target with this.
Big Brother and Rave.
How is this gonna work? The other, you can't evict Rave. She is you.
She is you.
What do you think is gonna happen?
You are her.
You are her. She, we, they, Wombo. Okay. Let's see who gets drawn for the veto. So we have these three that are playing. We will also have Riddick.
Okay.
Love to see Riddick show up. Nan. I love every time the GIF moves and it just zooms in on Nan being kind of like, huh?
That's honestly how I feel like Nan is constructing herself.
Yes, exactly. Like
throughout
she
the whole
is
game
just
anyway,
here.
you know.
And then we also have Xaden. Okay, so we have some representation here of the alliance with the other. So it's going to come down to the other, Big Brother, and Nan. In third place, we have Nan, right? And Big Brother has won.
Big Brother wins. Okay. I do feel like up until this point, Big Brother has really been targeted a little bit.
Yeah. This is not their first time on the block. So.
Yeah, this isn't their first time on the block. I mean, they have alliances as well. Alliances have been broken with them as well. So, there's a lot going on surrounding Big Brother's time here on the show.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if Big Brother is meant to be a pawn in this situation. Like, he's just kind of the perpetual pawn. Or, like, if he is being targeted now and it's a matter of you need to save yourself if you want to stay in the game. So let's see what's going to happen. Obviously uses the veto on himself.
Of course.
Let's see who the replacement is. Broccoli. The alliance is on the block. Broccoli and Rave are up for eviction.
That is wild. Also, I didn't see it coming before, but now I kind of do, with you saying that perhaps Big Brother has been used as a pawn. Because it makes a lot of sense to me that Broccoli would be on the block, because Broccoli has been causing waves for herself.
Yes. It makes a lot of sense. This
So,
might have been a backdoor plan.
This might have been a backdoor plan.
Up next to her closest ally, I don't know how she's going to get the votes. Okay, our house events for this week. The other locks rave in a wine cellar for 3 days.
The other.
So you're also
She
there.
is you. You are her.
You are her. You are both in the wine cellar together.
All right.
Anyway, Eloise traded secrets for new clothes.
Some new buns for
Some new
Zayden.
buns. She's like, look at these new buns I have.
She's like, Zayden, look, I got some new buns.
Do you like them?
Do you like my buns?
Do you like my buns? And Zayden and Nan bond slightly.
Interesting. Maybe Eloise was like, Hot Dog Girl was like, I need to get some new buns because Zayden's been wandering. He's got some wandering eyes.
Doesn't like these buns anymore. I need to spice up my buns.
I need to get some spicier buns.
Yeah, Zayden's really being a much bigger social player than I expected.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. So, Broccoli and Rave are facing eviction. Let's see. The vote is a 5-1 vote. Do we think it's going to be Broccoli?
I think it's gonna be Broccoli.
I do too. What?
Rave?
This game is surprising me at every turn. Okay, maybe Broccoli has stronger ties than I realized.
I guess, but Broccoli's only alliance was with Rave. So
Yeah.
why would people
I'm like,
vote for Rave?
what would
I'm
their
just
competition win?
confused.
Rave didn't have a competition win.
I'm just confused why people would vote for Rave when Broccoli has clearly been the one in the spotlight, clearly been the one putting people on the block, clearly been the one with conflicts with
Yes.
a lot of other people.
And Rave was just in the cellar for 3 days. Like,
right.
well, she's probably weak as fuck.
Yeah.
She hasn't eaten.
Yeah.
Like, that is not a threat. I don't know. Maybe people just aren't playing very well.
No, that's so interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
We've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people left in the game.
going into week 5.
Yes. Let's see. Okay. Alliances have basically stayed the same. HOH competition has come down to Riddick, Hot Dog Girl, and Big Brother.
All right.
Okay. Third place. Riddick. All right. Is Hot Dog Girl gonna do it? Is she gonna pull out a win?
Here we go.
She does! Okay.
She has been playing the long con here, I think.
I think this is about to be a big turn of events.
Same.
I think that this could be a game-winning move here.
Agreed.
Okay, she has nominated Nan and Riddick.
This is interesting.
I think that's a good move because I think that Riddick has been coming close to winning a lot of these competitions, as well as Hot Dog Girl has. Nan, I assume, is a pawn. Didn't she bond slightly with Zayden?
With Zayden.
Oh, this could be a bit of a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
Stay away from my man.
Yeah. She said, I just got these new buns for him. You are not taking that away from me.
Yeah, he needs to look at my buttons, okay?
All right.
All right, let's see who's gonna get picked in this veto. We have the other, Broccoli, and Riddick is strong big brother. Okay, ooh! They do OTEV. It's a very, it doesn't really matter. This is just a very specific veto competition. Congratulations to these players for getting to play in it. The competition comes down to Riddick, Big Brother, and the other.
Okay.
So, Big Brother has finished third. So let's see who our winner is. Riddick!
Riddick!
Okay.
All right.
All right, that means Riddick is coming off the block.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so obviously, yes, he's going to use the power veto on himself.
Makes sense. Who do we think is going to replace him?
That is a really good question. So Eloise is with Zayden and the other and Big Brother. So that's quite a few players off the board.
And her picks have been so random, though, too. So,
Do we think Tamlin could end up on the block?
I mean, I guess it's the only person she doesn't currently have an alliance with.
That's what it feels like. Okay, let's see.
Broccoli.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is maybe another situation where was Riddick a pawn? You know,
is this the back door?
Was this the plan all along to get Broccoli out of here?
I don't know. Broccoli survived evictions before. Let's see if Broccoli can skate by again. House events. Big Brother and Xaden have bonded.
It seems like Xaden is bonding with quite a few people.
He is bonding a lot.
I'm really surprised with his social interaction, though. All this
Honestly.
bonding? All this bonding?
Where is this guy in the book?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Riddick tells Tamlin to chase Death Moonbeam, and they pray their bloodlust brings them the same sense of peace they feel just knowing they exist.
Riddick!
Okay.
That's spicy.
You
It's
know,
a little... It's kind of sexy, Riddick.
It's very sexy. I wish it wasn't Tamlin,
I wish it wasn't Tamlin.
but I love that he's shooting his shot
Riddick!
in the most dramatic way possible.
Okay, Riddick.
All right, the vote is between Nan and Broccoli by a vote of 4-1.
Here we go.
Broccoli.
I feel like this must have been the plan all along.
I kind of think so too. I think that Broccoli was too much of a comp threat to immediately put on the block. We had to backdoor her.
It's interesting, though, that it was Eloise's week, Hot Dog Girl's week, for this to have been done. Do we think she's going to take Broccoli's place as kind of the playmaker in this whole situation?
I definitely think it's possible, honestly. I think this was a really strong move by her because Broccoli was such a polar character. People either loved her or hated her. You know, she was kind of rubbing some people the wrong way.
Yeah.
But she also filled such a huge part of the game. I do think that this could be a space that Eloise, Hot Dog Girl, could move into.
Yeah.
A quick recap, since we're about halfway through the game. Right now, we have the other who has won 2 competitions. Nan, 0 competitions. Tamlin, 2. Xaden, none. Big Brother, 1. Riddick, 1. Eloise / Hot Dog Girl, 1. And that's it. We are down to 7 players. Our alliances have all stayed the
alliances.
Everyone's good. And our HOH has come down to the other, Xaden or Tamlin.
Okay. Kind of a
Okay.
new set of people here.
Yeah, I really hope, Xaden, if you could win, this would be great. Because I think, honestly, Xaden is a great shot with all these connections he's making. If you just won a competition to sort of gain some respect in the house,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Agreed.
Okay, Tamlin has finished 3rd.
All right.
Comes down to the other and Xaden.
Our man.
Yes! Okay, what a power couple.
Obviously.
Hot Dog Girl make? Oh
All
my God.
right.
Okay, let's see who Xaden nominates. I don't really know what to expect here. Tamlin and Riddick. Interesting. Tamlin doesn't surprise me at all.
No, of course.
But-
Riddick surprises me a little bit,
I mean-
specifically because they come from the same world.
Right. They haven't been interacting in this game, but, you know, they know each other from outside the house. But, you know, it is halfway through the game. Maybe Xaden kind of feels like, I can't protect you much longer. You don't really make sense for my game anymore. I think it's time to part ways.
Sure, yeah.
We'll see how this goes.
Well, it's also interesting that both of the new lovers are on the block. Tamlin and Riddick.
True.
After Riddick's confession
That is such a good
to
point.
Tamlin.
Oh no, Riddick, did you make a target out of you too? Okay, let's see who's gonna play in this veto. Interesting, Xaden draws house guest choice and selects Nan. He is not in an alliance with Nan. I think he did bond with her at one point a little bit.
Eloise, Hot Dog Girl, is not going to be happy about this.
Yeah. Then we have Big Brother playing and Hot Dog Girl. Okay. So at least Hot Dog Girl is in the mix.
Oh, she is going to throw some shade on Nan.
She is.
Especially because they've both made it to the final 3.
Yes, the competition comes down to Big Brother, Eloise, and Nan. So, 3rd place goes to Big Brother.
Okay.
It's down to Eloise or Nan.
Oh, I'm telling you, I feel the tension in my bones.
I feel like this is a fight for Xaden's hand in marriage.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
Okay. The winner is Hot Dog Girl.
Hot Dog Girl.
As expected.
She said, suck on that, Nan.
Suck on that wiener. Anyway.
Stop.
She's in a hot dog costume. There's nothing we can do.
No, only Xaden can do that. She doesn't want Nan to be doing that.
That's true. Let's see if Eloise / Hot Dog Girl decides to use the power of veto. I'm going to assume not, since this is Xaden's nominees. I'm sure she doesn't want to mess it up, as long as this is the plan.
Right.
She does not use it.
Sounds about right.
These are our final nominees.
Sounds about right.
Okay, let's see what our house events are. Eloise attempts to dig a hole out of the Big Brother house and doesn't get far.
Interesting. It doesn't seem like she would want to leave.
Yeah, she's doing great. Why would you need to leave?
Yeah.
Come on, girl. Nan attempts to blame and call out Big Brother for certain actions in the house and how Big Brother deserves to leave. Ooh.
Oh,
tension.
that is some tension.
Nan, where's this coming from?
I know. Nan's coming out of the woodwork here.
Yeah, what a non-entity all of a sudden caring about something. Oh, Eloise tells a heartfelt story about why she needs the money.
She's playing to the people.
She is. I think if she doesn't win the game, she's winning America's favorite.
Yeah.
All right, since we're down towards the end, let's go ahead and see who everyone voted for in this Tamlin versus Riddick face-off here. Big Brother has voted to evict Riddick.
Okay.
Eloise has voted to evict Riddick.
Ooh.
One more vote and Riddick's gone. Nan has voted to evict Tamlin.
Okay.
Is this about to be a
What
tie?
happens if we have a tie?
The HOH breaks the tie.
Oh, I see.
The other
Here we go.
has voted for Tamlin.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
Here we go.
Xaden, you better vote out Tamlin. I swear to God.
Here we go. Here we go.
He has voted to evict Tamlin.
Okay.
There we go.
So the book alliance has won out in the end after all.
Yes.
Xaden said, okay, not my man, not
Yeah.
Riddick.
Yeah,
Tamlin,
he said,
you're
get
out of
one
here.
more round, Riddick.
You're out of here.
You're out of here, Tamlin. I'm the ultimate book boyfriend.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Let's get into week 7. Our alliances have all stayed the same. Nothing new.
All right.
It is the HOH competition. It comes down to Nan, the other, and Riddick. Riddick would be really interesting since he was just on the block. Third place. Damn it.
Riddick.
Third place is Riddick. Okay, it's either the other or Nan. The winner is Nan.
All right.
Okay.
I think this is Nan's first competition win.
It is.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I don't see Nan targeting Xaden, obviously, because Xaden and her have bonded.
They bonded.
But would she target Eloise?
Because of Eloise's bond with Xaden.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Between the fact that Eloise has been a big player in this game and her connection to Xaden, I feel like
I agree.
that would be the right move, but will Nan make that move?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Let's see.
She does.
She does.
She nominates Big Brother and Eloise. Okay.
I'm not surprised by those nominations, to be honest.
Big Brother has kind of been a bit of a pawn star.
Yeah, agreed.
This game.
Yeah.
He's kind of been thrown up there quite a bit. And there's only 6 people left, so everyone is competing in the POV. No more drawing for it anymore.
Okay.
So our POV competition, it is a Zingbot one. It comes down to Xaden, Eloise, and Big Brother. This is not looking good for Nan. Mm-hmm. Sounds like Eloise is probably...
I mean, Eloise has alliances with all these people.
That's true.
So
yes.
it really doesn't seem like it's turning out in
one way or
Nan's
another.
favor. Let's see.
Third place is Eloise.
Is Eloise?
Our winner is Big Brother. Okay. He has chosen to save himself. Let's see who... Oh, God. Surely it's not going to be Xaden. Oh, but it's probably... Oh,
But
no.
that's the way to do it, though, for the views. I mean, if I were Nan and I were smart about really, really keeping this game going,
Yeah, because honestly...
Keeping tensions
Xaden
heightened?
is equally as big of a threat.
that's the
As
way to
Eloise.
do it. I would put Xaden on the block.
Let's see. I feel like she's not. I think it's going to be
Here we go.
like the other or something. Let's see. Oh, it's Riddick.
Interesting move. I definitely think Eloise is the target, but it's interesting because Eloise has so many alliances in the house that I don't think they'll vote for her.
Yeah, and I forgot that Eloise has an alliance as well with the other. It's the other Eloise and Xaden.
Yes.
So that would have really been the best move. Like if you
It
don't put
would've.
up Xaden, put up at least the other.
Yeah.
Because that's a sure vote to keep Eloise in the game. This might have been a mistake.
I think this was a mistake on Nan's part.
All right, so Riddick and the other bond slightly. Makes sense. They're kind of outsiders in this game.
Yeah.
Xaden makes friends with the Big Brother house. Okay.
Oh.
To be clear, this is not Big Brother the player. This is the Big Brother house. This is a Nesta move of becoming friends with the house. You can, whenever we create these house events, there can be side effects to these. This is the only one that really strongly helps you. And this late in the game, this is a big deal for Xaden. Mm-hmm. Let's show the votes between Riddick and Eloise. Big Brother has cast his vote to evict Eloise.
Okay, that's kind of a shock because they had previously an alliance.
Yes, Eloise is literally in alliance with everyone that's voting.
Yes.
Maybe everyone realizes that they can't beat her.
So they're going to take her out.
I think that might be what's happening.
Because now's the opportunity.
Let's see who the other voted for.
Eloise.
Oh no. Let's see what Xaden's vote was for, just to see.
At least Xaden was
loyal
true to the end.
How sad.
Wow.
There's no way in my mind. She has to win America's Favorite.
Yeah, wow.
That's brutal. Everyone who's left in the game now officially has a win under their belt. We have the other with 2 wins, Nan with 1, Xaden with 1, Riddick with 1, and Big Brother with 2. So, moving into week 8, again, a new alliance.
This is a new alliance.
Yes, because we have an alliance with the other and Xaden that
from
used to
their
have
alliance with Eloise / Hot Dog Girl.
Right. Now we have a new alliance with Riddick, the other, and Xaden.
Okay, so they've brought Riddick into this.
I think that's a smart move.
Okay.
So,
against Big Brother and Nan.
Yes. Interesting. Let's see who wins this HOH. It is down to Xaden, Big Brother, and Riddick.
Okay.
Third place is Riddick. It's going to be Xaden. Oh, man. Xaden's looking like our front runner right now.
He really is.
Okay. Let's go ahead and see who our nominees are. I would assume these are going to be Nan and Big Brother. Yep. Nan and Big Brother
as we suspected
on the block. And it has come down to Big Brother, Xaden, and Nan. Oh, no. Xaden, you need to win this.
Oh, man. You need to win this.
You're going to have to nominate one of your alliance members.
I'm worried about this. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
Our winner is
Nan.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
This is crazy. Nan has saved herself.
Of course.
I'm going to assume Riddick gets on the block as a result of this. Yep.
Yeah.
Riddick has been named the replacement.
I mean, it was really, it was his only choice.
Yeah. Our house events. Riddick locks the other in a wine cellar for 3 days.
Well, that also probably didn't help with, getting himself on the block. Xaden was like, I don't like that.
Yeah, he's really taking it out.
Yeah.
Being like, So only Nan and the other are voting. Let's see. Nan has voted to evict Big Brother. Oh.
Okay.
Nan, that was not a good move.
I'm telling you, Nan doesn't really know how to play this game. I don't
know.
She's here by accident.
Nan needs to align with Big Brother at this point. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
The other has voted to evict Riddick.
Oh.
She really didn't like being locked in the cellar.
She really didn't like being locked in the cellar. Really, I mean, honestly, I thought Nan, the smart move would have been for Nan to vote Riddick. And for the other, I thought the smart move would have been to vote Big Brother.
Yes.
Because of the alliance. But I guess, she must just not have liked being locked in the cellar.
Yeah, I think emotions are kind of running high here. Okay, so it was a tie, and Xaden has voted to evict Big Brother. Okay. So he at least stayed loyal. All right. Well, we're down to our final 4 of Xaden, Riddick, Nan, and the other. Let's see what's going to happen. All right. The alliance between the other and Xaden dissolves.
I mean, it's the end game.
Yeah.
So that kind of...
It makes
I'm
sense,
not going to say that I didn't see that coming.
But it is also a little bit surprising because the alliance of Riddick, the other, and Xaden is still there. So he's still technically aligned with the other in some way. He just broke off, or they just broke off the final 2.
Their specific alliance. That's interesting.
Yeah. What's going on here? Okay, the competition comes down to the other Riddick and Nan. Now, if Nan wins this is dangerous.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Someone from that trio is not making it.
Agreed.
Third place is the other. So it's down to Riddick or Nan. Nan has won the HOH.
Nan is really coming up from behind here.
Oh my God, does
Do
Nan
we
have a
think
shot?
Nan is gonna take the game?
Maybe she knew what she was doing here.
All along, feigned ignorance?
Maybe. Actually, here's the thing about the Final Four veto. So whoever wins the Final Four veto, it's kind of like the most powerful competition you can win, because basically whoever wins decides who goes home, because only one vote is going to be cast.
Sure.
It's whoever's not on the block, they get to choose who goes home. So it doesn't really matter who gets nominated, because whoever wins the veto will have the most power.
Yeah.
But still, it'll be interesting if she chooses to try and put Zayden on the block in the first place.
Do we think she will?
I kind of don't think she will.
Do
But
you think she'll put the other and Riddick on there?
I do. But that's me kind of assuming this more naive gameplay. Then again,
I mean, she has been playing pretty frivolously, so...
yeah, because technically, honestly, I think the smartest move would be to leave Zayden off at this point. Sort of, like, he's very influential, and if he does end up going to the jury, and you make him mad by nominating him when you don't need to,
That's fair.
like, you could end up souring the jury
That's fair.
as a result of that.
All right, let's see what she does.
She is nominated the other in Riddick.
All right.
So, it all comes down to this veto. And Zayden's not even in the running. It's between Riddick, Nan, and the other.
Interesting.
So that, okay, this is interesting. Let's go ahead, see who third place is. The other. Oh my God. Is Nan about to win this?
Let's see.
Nan has won the Golden Power veto, the final veto of the season. Girl.
Nan?
Now, okay, this is where
She's been hustling us all along.
if she nominates Zayden and backdoors him,
I mean, what a move.
what a move.
This is going to go down in Book Brother history.
Yeah. History of the first season. No one's going to forget it. It is interesting though, because do we think, well, actually, yeah, I think if she took off the other, I think the other could vote out Zayden since they dissolved their alliance. Because that's kind of the thing, is that whoever
think
you
so
take
too.
off, will they vote them out?
It's hard to say because they had an alliance for so long, but they did dissolve it. And then it's also hard to say on the other side with Riddick, who Riddick is going to vote for, because, I mean, I guess technically they do still have an alliance, and Zayden's kind of been looking out for Riddick this whole time, but I don't know if it's enough to get Riddick to not vote on him, especially because we only have 4 left.
Yeah, and not to mention, oh gosh, there are so many dynamics. The other just also, or was it the other way around? Riddick locked the other in the wine cellar.
Riddick locked
So
the
there's
other.
tension there. So either way, whoever comes off the block, there's already a little bit more tension with the other person over Zayden.
Yes.
I don't know. This is interesting.
It's tough to see if Nan is going to make that move.
Let's see what happens. She does not use the power of veto.
Okay.
Zayden is going to the final 3. And Zayden is going to choose who goes home.
Oh, man.
Riddick and Zayden bond slightly.
Okay. Riddick is trying to get that last
He's shoehorning himself in. He said, please take me.
that last pleading to Zayden
Yeah.
to save him.
The pressure of the game gets to Nan, leading her to a public emotional breakdown.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, we
sounds
saw
about
that
right.
coming. All right. The house guests have voted, and the house guest is Zayden. Let's see who gets evicted. Zayden is voted to evict Riddick!
That is insane.
I guess that plea did not work on him.
That is so wild.
And Zayden and the other don't even have their alliance anymore.
It is quite crazy to me that Zayden did not vote the other out.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe the emotions and the loyalty from the previous alliance, even though it's been dissolved, are still kind of hanging around. But it seems like Zayden would have wanted to vote the other out because of that dissolved alliance and because he's been saving Riddick's butt this whole time anyway.
Yeah.
Do we think maybe he just got tired of it?
Maybe. Or maybe he also thought that Riddick was a sure vote for him in the jury and said, I need your vote in the jury more than I need to take you to the end. Something along those lines. I don't know. Let's continue, because I don't remember how many competitions everyone has. So the other had 2 competition wins. Riddick only had 1. Again, okay, so part of my logic was like maybe the other has fewer wins and he feels like he could beat the other in competitions, but no. The other had more competition wins than Riddick. So,
well,
I don't know. I think it has to do with the jury vote thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. God, though, Nan has 4 competition wins.
I'm telling you, I think Nan's gonna take it. At this point,
I think it's definitely possible, and if it's Nan and Zayden in the final 2, that is the strongest final 2 we could have asked for.
I don't think it's gonna be the other. I do think it's gonna be Nan and Zayden.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see what happens. So, at the end game, the way this works is that there are 3 HOH competitions. There's one between all 3 people. Whoever wins the first one automatically skips to part 3. Then the 2 that lost the first part compete in part 2. Whoever wins that goes to part 3. Then the winners of part 1 and 2 go head-to-head against each other, and then whoever wins that gets to go to the final 2 and chooses who goes with them.
Oh, okay.
So, let's see how...
Is that when we have the jury?
Yes, after that we would have the jury,
Okay.
and then they vote for the winner.
Got it.
So, yes, technically the other and Zayden are back in alliance together because Riddick is gone.
Right.
All right. So, final part of the HOH. Third place is Zayden.
Okay.
And this is just part 1, okay? So this is not of the final HOH. Part 1 of the HOH goes to Nan.
Okay, so Nan is immediately in part 3.
Yes. Nan is moving on to part 3.
Okay.
Part 2 is now down to the other and Zayden. I would assume Zayden wins. If he doesn't, this is not looking good for him.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I guess thinking about it, I think he's fine either way. I think no matter who wins, they would probably take him to the end, I think. Nan's been protecting Zayden.
That's true. Nan has been protecting Zayden, and the other and Zayden technically have reestablished their alliance.
Right. So...
I think Zayden's going to be there regardless. I really do think it's going to come down to Nan and Zayden.
Yeah, I think it'd be impressive if he won this competition, but he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
He
does anyway.
He wins anyway.
He does anyway.
Okay. Final HOH, part 3, between Nan and Zayden. Mm-hmm. I think Nan's gonna win, to be honest. She's just been killing it. Final HOH. Zayden! Oh my god. Is he... I feel like he's gonna pick the other.
I think he's gonna take the other.
Oh my god. It's gonna be a huge game move,
Well,
but...
here's the thing. Honestly, I was thinking about it. I do think we've kind of been talking about how Nan doesn't really know how to play the game, so I guess maybe she would have taken Zayden. But if I were Nan, I feel like I also would have picked the other because I think I would have gotten the votes.
Yes, 100%.
So, like,
the harder
I would
one
not,
is easily Zayden. to go
Agreed.
against.
Yeah. So I would have picked the other if I were Nan.
Yeah.
And now that Zayden has won, I think he's also thinking the other is the easier one to get out of here. Like, everyone's going to vote for me over the other.
It's a little too risky with sort of Nan's competition history. You know, even if people were to perceive her as she didn't know what was going on in the game.
Yeah.
The wins are just pretty impressive.
They are.
And could persuade people to vote for her.
Agreed.
Whereas I think the other has been too in the background to win.
I agree.
So,
wow. So, yeah, I really do think it's going to end up being Zayden and the other.
Let's see. Nan and the other are facing eviction. They get final speeches. Zayden votes.
He takes...
No, he's voting to evict the other. Zayden!
Oh!
Zayden, what are you doing? I don't think that... Unless he is so sure that Nan is not going to be... I don't think that's the move.
Crazy.
The other's evicted.
Wow.
And the other...
What a wild play by Zayden there.
Yeah.
What are you thinking,
What is
bud?
going on? Nan and Zayden give their opening speeches. Our jury, to remind everyone who's on the jury, it is the other, Riddick, Big Brother, Eloise / Hot Dog Girl, Tamlin, Broccoli, and Rave. Completely forgot about Rave. Didn't realize she was here still.
Are these all of our contestants?
No, only the, in this case, only the last 7 players get to vote in the jury.
Okay.
So that's our jury. Let's go through the votes, okay? Do we want to... Let's start with our oldest evictees. Let's
I like
start
that.
with Rave.
Who do we think Rave is going to vote for?
Honestly, I feel like
Is
Rave...
this the vote to win?
Yes, in this case, this is the vote to win.
Okay.
I would assume it's Xaden, but
I
she
agree.
didn't really have strong connections, I feel like, with either.
I don't think she did either, but I think of who seems to be the more compelling vote, I think she's going to vote for Xaden.
Yeah, I agree. Oh!
She votes for Nan.
She voted for Nan. Maybe it's a girls thing. Girls girl?
Rave does strike me as a girl's girl, so...
Yeah, okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Broccoli, honestly, similar energy. Maybe a Nan vote.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
Voted for Xaden!
vote. Okay. Tamlin's vote.
Now, I do remember Xaden got out Tamlin.
I was going to say, I think...
So, will he be... He's usually pretty bitter.
I agree. I think he's going to vote Nan.
He
And
voted
he does.
Nan.
Yep.
All right. Nan now has 2 votes. Xaden has 1.
Eloise is going to vote Xaden.
Easily. Yes. Voted for Xaden to win. Big Brother. I don't know. I think a Xaden vote probably.
I also think it's a Xaden vote, but I mean, honestly, similar with Rave and Broccoli, it's kind of hard to tell. But I do think it's a Xaden vote.
Yeah.
It was.
Xaden vote. Okay, now Xaden has 3 and Nan has 2. Riddick's vote.
I think it's a Xaden vote.
I agree. I think it's a Xaden vote. It's a Nan vote. We're down to the other.
That is such a strange
Riddick might have been.
way for Riddick.
Riddick must be bitter
vote.
because Xaden directly voted him out.
He did directly vote him out. Wow, Xaden must have really thought he was going to get the vote from Riddick, but
It didn't pay out.
wow.
I am worried now too because Xaden has also directly voted out the other. He might have lost this jury by playing too hard, playing too ballsy.
Wow.
The other has voted for. Congratulations, Nan.
Nan.
Nan is the winner. Xaden, how did you?
Can you believe
Fuck
that Nan has won this season of Book Brother?
This is insane. There's so many seasons like this. This is like the more modern era of Big Brother where the stronger strategist ends up not winning because they've somehow made the jury bitter. I think that's what happened. Xaden pissed off people. So, damn. Oh, well, let's go to our official thing. By a vote of 4-3,
Yeah.
Nan has won Book Brother.
Wow. Congratulations to our first winner of
Our
Book Brother.
first winner. Who is Nan?
Last name unknown.
Last name unknown from everyone who's watching. No one was rooting for you. No one knew who you
Literally, no one knew who you were.
were. Against all odds.
Wow. What an underdog.
Yeah, honestly, a very good story. All right. So let's move on to our America's favorite. So according to the simulation, the fan favorite comes down to Big Brother, Eloise, and Rave.
It's got to be Eloise.
I hope it's Eloise. If it's not, I'm going to be pissed.
I don't think it's Rave at the very least.
Honestly, she wasn't in there for that long. Third place, Rave.
Rave.
Right, okay. I could see how Big Brother came off as a bit of an underdog in the scheme of things, but
Sure.
Eloise was in a showmance.
Yeah.
Surely she's going to win.
And she does.
And she does.
She takes it with those buns of hers.
Yes. Can you imagine if Xaden won, what a power couple they would have been?
What
Winner
a power
and
couple
America's
they would
favorite.
have been.
Damn. Well, at least hopefully he still won the girl. I mean, he's got some explaining to do when he gets home.
Oh, sure.
But, yeah. Damn, guys.
Wow.
That was crazy.
What a season.
What a season.
What a season. What a series of Book Brother. I did not see that coming.
No, me either. Congrats to our winner, Nan. No one saw
Whoever
it
you
coming.
are.
Whoever you are. I hope you're happy. It's like, I don't even know what to say to her.
Yeah.
It's like, we know nothing.
Yeah.
I hope that you get better therapy since you had to pay under the table for it
Yeah.
and everyone is watching.
Well, now you can use your winnings
Yes.
to pay for better therapy.
Lots of therapy.
You need it.
Yeah. Please don't revenge plot people if you were actually Kat. So,
Yeah.
But I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I know that this was kind of different from what every episode's been pretty different, so it's not like from what we usually do, but
yeah,
I had a lot of fun getting to incorporate Big Brother into this. I think it was a great episode.
I mean, that's why we love to do these off the shelves, bring a little something more fun, more exciting, different, unique.
For sure. And it is such perfect timing that we did this too, because if you watch Big Brother, you know that it is known for being a summer show. So it's perfect that we are kicking off our summer programming with this Big Brother themed episode.
Yes, I'm really excited for what we've now branded as our Summer of Love.
Yes.
As a reminder, Carly, do you want to tell people what book we are covering for our first Summer of Love book?
Yes, we will be covering Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry.
We are super excited to be having summer programming, kind of a switch from what we've been covering as of late, a little lighter stories that we have kind of in the works. So make sure to stay tuned for our Summer of Love, which starts on Tuesday, July 1st, I believe. Yes. And to keep up with the rest of our episode schedule, make sure to follow us on Instagram and join our Facebook group for all of the updates on that. Thanks for listening to the latest off-the-shelf episode of our soon-to-be hit podcast, Read Receipts with Carly and Sam. All of the content that you hear in this podcast is curated, recorded, and edited by us truly, with special thanks to all of the authors of the books that we cover and Pixabay for the music that we play. For more of our content in between shows, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at the Read Receipts Pod. We love to see you guys follow all of our content online. We love to read your comments. We love to see your likes. So please, please, please go ahead, hop on social media, and check us out. Until our next read, bye!
And love one another. That's what Julie says.